Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this video is in continuation with the previous video where I explained everything about the computer-based exam and I told you about the key features of the practice platform and about the key features which you will find in your real computer-based exam in the September sitting of 2020. So guys, this video is in continuation, so I would request you all to just go back and see that video. You can see it in the suggestions and just be clear about all the key features, and then this is the advanced level of that video where I will be explaining that how Excel could be linked to the word processor in your response boxes of professional level, or if it is there in the applied skills level 2. So how we can link these two, and are the formulas of Excel allowed? Is there any spell check system there like it is in the normal Word file? So is it there? And how to effectively use my workspace. So how to effectively use the workspace in the exam. So this video is primarily about that. So please watch it till the end, and if you have any doubts even after this session, then you're most welcome to ask your doubts on the comment section, or you can ping me on my contact details. So this video is basically for the numerical exam, because in the previous video it was all about the theoretical things. So SBL is more theoretical, so I got many requests regarding making a debrief for SBR. So AFM is like SBR, and any other exam which has the combination of number crunching and discursive element is similar to SBR. So SBL is different, and you can see the video for that. So now today's video is for SBR. So you can take it as for AFM2, for APM2, where you have two response boxes, that is word processor and spreadsheet. So let's begin with it. So guys, how I reached this screen, you can see that again in the previous video. So please, if you haven't watched it yet, please go back and watch it. So how I reached this screen, and then this is the specimen exam which you can find in your practice platform. So see, these are the exhibits. So what is in front of me, they've told me that what are the names of the exhibits, and they've given me the introduction of the the company on whose the question is based. So this is the first question of SBR, which is for 30 marks. So for every question they will have a different response box, and the left column, that is for exhibits, requirements and response options, will change for each and every question. So now let's read this thing where requirements are given. So let's see what are the requirements. Explain to the directors of the company with suitable workings how goodwill will have been calculated on the acquisition. So obviously you know that in SBR the first question is from the group accounts, and so that is what is here in the specimen exam too. So for my convenience, what can I do is I will copy all the requirements, okay, so that I'm not supposed to again and again Control C, again and again look at the requirement box and take it to my word processor, where I will form my final answer. So here is my word processor, and I took it, and I'm going to just do it. This is the first, then this is the second, so just separate it. This is the third, separate it, or you can do it one by one also, okay, so that is also convenient. Then take it, and here you go. So I have separated the requirements, and one by one I will answer them. So I got one question where okay, sorry for this. So there was one queries and 2-3 queries about how we can add sheets to the word processor, or how we can add the sheets to the Excel. So guys, we don't require to add the sheets, because they have given different word processor and different spreadsheet for each question. So in question number 1, all the requirements would be answered in this particular word processor, or in this particular response box which is there on your screen. Now for the first requirement, that is the A, what I'm going to do is, now this is for goodwill calculation, so I won't read the question, and I'm not here to explain you the technical aspects. For that the next video is coming up. So okay, so I'm not here to speak about the technical aspects, but this is more about how we are going to present it. So I will, whatever I want to discuss, I'm going to type it. So for example, the goodwill calculation. So if I have to refer it, that okay, of course you can't do the calculation in the Word file, so you will need your Excel for that. So you will say the goodwill calculation, making all the format of the briefing notes and writing subject, to, from, by and everything, introduction, and then writing about the goodwill calculation. And then in brackets you can mention spreadsheet you can say whatever number you want to give. So let's say requirement A. So that what you have written here, there is it is there in spreadsheet with the heading of requirement A, and you can bold it, right? So this is what would be written. So marker will know that you would have written requirement A for the calculation of goodwill in your spreadsheet. So now let's go to the spreadsheet and calculate the goodwill. So here I will write what I wrote there, requirement A, and I will bold it 2, right? And then I will write then I will write calculation of goodwill. Calculation of goodwill of whichever company it is there in the question. That's all you guys know, right? So calculation of goodwill, and let's write the formula for goodwill. What is that? Fair value of consideration paid then I will write NCI value, NCI's value. So NCI's value will differ from the type of method we are using to calculate the goodwill, whether it is the fair value method or whether it is the proportionate basis method. So again, I won't go into that. So whatever the NCI value is, according to whichever. So then I'll leave one line and then I will write less fair value of subsidiaries net assets Now if these net assets are again coming from a working note which you made maybe after some time, so first make the format and then write the heading working note. Okay, so whichever working note would be there for the subsidiaries net assets, you can write that. But usually in SBR this is not the case because it's now combination of discussion and numerical, so they don't give you the whole consolidation question to be solved by doing number crunching, right? So you can make the working notes like that and mention that from where that value is coming. So I would have written here the net assets. So now let's write here the currency in which we are doing this question. So I can insert the currency from here, that is dollars. So I can insert it there. There I've written the currency, and now I will write the figures. So hypothetically, say it is 10,000 and then NCI's value is say 2,000. So I can now always prefer to write the formula so that even if you make some changes. So how I'm writing this formula, I just put a equal to sign. I just put an equal to sign. Then I selected this cell. Then I pressed the plus sign and then I selected the cell and enter. So this is my 100% of the fair value or whatever the consideration paid is by the parent as well as by the non-controlling interest. Now we will see how we can actually deduct the fair value of subsidiaries net assets. So let's write here 10,000 hypothetically, and then let's find the goodwill. So the goodwill is equal to sign this cell deducted this cell minus this cell, enter. So goodwill is 2000. So I can't just copy this whole thing and carry it to the word processor. No, I can't do that. Mind it. Because the formatting will change. So I will show you that whether it is feasible or not. See, Control C, and let's take it to the, I can put it, I can just reduce the size of it. Right. So let's see if we can just Control V. See, so this is not happening. This is not happening. The format has been changed, so we can't do this way, or we can't present our answer this way. So this is wrong method. So don't try to actually perform this in your exam. So you will just make a reference that the goodwill calculation according to this spreadsheet requirement A is again is $2000 and whatsoever you wanted to write after that, right? So this is how you're supposed to do the answers. You're supposed to write the answers, and this is how you're supposed to link them, the word processor with the spreadsheet. And of course you're not allowed to use the scrap paper. So you should become accustomed with the scratch pad here. Okay, you can make it small and keep it open like whenever you want it. But the thing is, guys, there are too many windows which we can open during the exam: the exhibits, the requirements, the word processor, the spreadsheet, the scratch pad. So see how many things could be open at one time. But the one advantage, this is also advantages, but one disadvantage of this is that you might become lost. Okay, for a time being you may not be able to find the word processor where it has gone. So what you can do is just keep the things a bit away from the tool, from the left side toolbar. Just keep it away from that. Okay, don't go there, like don't put this here. No, just put it here and continue with your work. And of course you can make the references in the spreadsheet also, and vice versa. And there is no requirement of additional worksheets or additional Excel sheets, and there is no such feature where you can get the spell check. Okay, so you have to keep your eye on your spelling. And the thing about guys, I'm getting a lot of questions that is it feasible or is it necessary that my typing speed should be like a pro, and that's the only when I can form the answers there, or I can attempt the computer based exam. So guys, not at all. Your typing speed should be like a normal person. Okay, so just the way I wrote it here, I wrote a little bit, but see, my typing speed is not that much good. So it's fine if your typing speed is okay, because anyway you are not copying something. Okay, you have the copy paste option. You are not doing something like the professional typers do. You're not just seeing something and typing, you're thinking and then typing. So when you think and type, it usually takes time, and it's fine that if you see it. It's just that use both of your hands. Don't do it like no. You have to use both of your hands, and it is not necessary that you should be seeing on the screen and then typing. You can look into the keyboard and then type. It's fine. So just use 10 fingers, and the typing speed will improve with practice. So do practice a lot on your practice platform, on your actual Word files, on your actual spreadsheets, and that's the only way you can pass the exam. And I hope this is clear. So let's see how other features work like. Let's close them all. So these are the requirements. Let's close them, and let's see what is this flag for review, that if at the end of the exam I want to review the question. So let's move to the next question. Yeah, now they have given us just a word processor for this question. Reason being, this is the ethical requirement question. So in SBR, the second question is mostly from the ethics. So there's no requirement to solve the thing. There's no requirement for a spreadsheet. So they have given you a word processor. So see, this is just a way to, you can say, easy. Okay, there's nothing to be afraid of. And see, you can also insert a table in the Word file as in how you want. So I've inserted a table also, right? So I hope this thing helped you, and even if you have any doubts, so you can just ask me whenever you want to ask. And please guys, if you do like this video, or if you do find this helpful, I have been doing a lot of efforts to make this video from my class schedules. So just do subscribe to my channel, and do share this with the potential uh, you know students who are going to attempt the exam, because I want to help the student community as much as I can. So thank you so much for your patience, and I hope this video helped. All the best for your exams. Bye bye.